Hey everybody, we are here with another NGPT video. This one, we're going to introduce you to something special called a foam roller. It seems very simple, a tube of condensed foam. This is actually a very effective recovery tool. This is one of my favorites, in addition to things like massage and yoga and stretching. This is a very helpful thing. So we're going to show you a few routines. This video is going to be about lower body foam rolling. As you foam roll, you want to focus on about 6 inches of body area at a time. We'll kind of work through it. I'm going to demonstrate some different foam rolling techniques. You want to spend about 10 seconds or so on each area before you move on to the next area. So you may want to pause the video, roll a little bit in that area, and then continue on. So, with the lower body, I like to work from the ankles up. I work the back side first and then the front side. So I'm going to work my calves first. Again, we're working about 6 inches of area. So I'm going to work from my ankles, my Achilles tendon area, to about halfway through. And you just roll. I'm picking up the hips. And some of you may have really tight calves. This may hurt. I like to move my feet back and forth. All right? And then we can move up to the upper calf area. Again, turning the toes in and out. My hips are off the ground. Some of you may have trouble having the upper body strength to lift up like this. You can kind of roll and set your hips down, all right? Now, we're going to move to the hamstrings. Work from the knees to halfway first. Just rolling. Again, always turning the toes in and out. Some straight up toes. If you want to really focus on one side, you can always lean or pick up a foot like this. It's going to be a little more intense. Okay. And then the upper area, getting into just underneath the glutes. I'd really like to do a single leg on this one. Kind of focusing in, leaning to that side. You can always put one leg down to take the tension off a little bit. All right, turn the toes in and out. Now we're going to get onto the glutes themselves. I like to do this one at a time, so I'm going to lean to my right and just lean. And we're rolling right along the back side, the old butt. All right, then you do the other side. The next one is a hip opener. This may be painful for some of you, so be ready. You're going to open up the hip, put the ankle on the knee, set your hip right on the foam roller. You're not on your hip bone. It kind of opens up a little pocket in between your hip and your glute muscle there, and then we roll. If any of you have ever had sciatica or things like that, this may be a sensitive area. So just be ready. You can put a little more weight into your hand to lighten the pressure. Okay? So then we work the other side. So we can flip over now. And we're going to work our hip flexors and our quads. I like to start with the hip flexors. So right below your belly button, top of the hip. I like to go one at a time. The more you lean into your hands, the easier this will be. Most of you will be pretty sore here. I like to kind of roll different angles, all right? Do both sides. Okay, so that's the top half of the quad. We're going to roll into more of a plank position. Hit that middle area, turn the toes in and out again. Probably a pretty sore area for most of you. This is going to be pretty painful. It used to be painful for me. It doesn't really hurt that much anymore. So that's a good sign. And the lower, you don't want to roll over your knees, but just above, about 5-6 inches above the knees, down to the knees, turn the toes in and out. Okay? Now, you can also do your inner thigh. This one's a little trickier, but we can hit it. Bent knee, we're going to roll out this direction. It's a good stretch also. You can extend your leg out. All right, a little more painful. And then I'm going to show you one more. It's your IT band. Your IT band is something that usually has a lot of scar tissue in it. It's going to be from your kneecap that attaches up to your hip. It's the tendon that separates the quad and the hamstrings there. You're going to lay on your side like this. Your knee comes over for support. You're balancing through this foot, this hand, and we're going to roll. And the more you turn into it, the more painful it's probably going to be. You can do the upper half from the hip to about halfway through the thigh, and then the lower half. Short it's gonna be pretty painful for a lot of you. But the key to foam rolling is doing it every day. Foam rolling is a great thing to do before you work out, after you work out for recovery, if you've got sore muscles. It's basically working out all the scar tissue. It's like a mini massage that's going to flush out the lactic acid in the scar tissue, help you recover better, lengthen the muscles, and make them feel better overall. So that's our lower body foam rolling video. Keep on rolling, and I hope you enjoy it. Thanks.